Like, geez, look at the bottom. So it's clearly leaking like a mug. Like, what is that? Wire? I got like a broken wire there. You know what I mean? The suspension is definitely different than on my other cars. Oh man. Sorry about the camera work, but if you worked on any of the cars, you know. That one seems okay. Shocks are definitely shot. What is all that goo right there? What is that? I guess something's leaking there. Alright. Yeah, it needs some like front lower control arm things. Those things. I feel like that's too much. It's hard to pick up on camera, but look at my starter, yo. This whole engine needs to be clean. Period, point blank. So that's like the first thing I'll do is just clean the bottom of this engine. And this oil pan does not look good. Of course they did it this way so that changing it would be a pain. You know what I mean? Like it's right under the subframe thing. So that would suck. But yeah. This is the way underneath of it looks. I don't know where the leak is coming from, but got some worn out shocks and some worn out, I guess, front control arms thingies. But yeah, guys, this car was from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So you know, the guy said he hit a pothole, but geez, it's probably why he got rid of it for so cheap. But you know, that's nothing that scares me away. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Spray down the under of the engine. Is this a good idea or a bad idea? All right, this is a one hand, two hand job. So, guys, that is like light years better. Like I didn't even know it was supposed to be that color. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, look at all that silver now. Especially the transmission. Like, wow. And the starter, you can actually see it. Crazy. All right. Now, am I crazy to do the top? Like, look at all that gunk. We're just gonna do the top. Take that cover off. All right, do not try this at home. But come on now, can you blame me? Look at all that. Like, I don't even want to touch that before I do the Valkyrie gasket. All right, didn't really seem to make too crazy of a difference, but at least now I can see the engine code. So, yeah. Now I'm gonna take a leaf blower and blow it off real quick. All right. Whew. Got all that done. All that excitement. Sure, I can clean it now. I think this thing is so stained with oil. You know, I'm gonna repaint this anyways. So that just looks like trash. 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 I tried to clean it, but I'm sure I can clean it if I try it again. But as of now, nope. But we'll let that dry off. Yep. Oh. We'll let that dry off and revisit. So for now, I gotta put some power steering fluid in there. And I don't know what to do next. Front control arms first? I don't know. I gotta see where it's leaking oil, that's for sure. All right, guys, I took the seat up. Seat's back there. I had to pull this trim up. And yo, look at what I found. I mean, I was trying to soak the water up. There's so much water. Like, so much water. That's like rust water down there. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that's water. You can see it. Water. And it's just dirt. And then it's all in insulation, which I gotta dry out the heater gun. But yeah, I knew it. So it's all back there. So I'm gonna suspend the wiring, wipe it all down, dry it out. I'm gonna run some water through all the parts and make sure it's not leaking in there, and then clean it up, dry it out, and then put it back, I guess, and hope for the best. Yo, there was water inside. Bruh. Like, I dumped it all out. I was lucky enough that nothing really happened, yo. It's crazy. Crazy. All right, I left the fan in here. I left that fan in here for a couple days and it's dried up, finally. So, yeah. Next step is actually see if I fix the drain, which I'm assuming it's from the battery tray. So, what to do with these rust spots? I'll probably sand them down as good as I can and give it some paint. I have this rust converter paint. Let's see if that'll work. Alright, it looks like I actually fixed the... So let's pour some water in there. And it's hard to see, but it's draining right there. Yay! Alright, I can actually put the interior back together now. Well, I'm going to take it back apart because... Alright. So I got all this situated. I got all that rust converted, you know, with a good old rust fix. So it turns rusted surface black. So I got all that. So hopefully, right? Hopefully I'll stop. So I'm going to take that all out and start vacuuming and shampooing and blah blah blahing. Vacuuming, shampooing, and steaming. That's what we do. That's what I'll do next. Alright. Who wants some hot chocolate? Gross, bro. Gross. Alright, this is the outcome. Looks pretty good. I'm still gonna come in here with the steamer. I know it's hard to see the lights and stuff. So yeah, pretty clean. Huge difference. Doesn't smell like sweaty butt cheeks no more. Alright, steamer next. Awesome. It played again, right? I did all that for nothing. So that sucked, but you know, whatever, right? It's whatever. We're gonna figure it out. It's just being a little stubborn, that's all. Alright guys, it is freezing out here. Like there's ice. Okay. So I finally have good news. It's not leaking from the cabin. So basically this car had recall when it was new. And the recall was to put a new gasket right here, which explains why I can't get this up. And to take the drain underneath the battery, which explains why that's why there was no rubber hose in there. But that is leaking right here in the ECU hood release area. So yeah, I'm gonna take off this part right here, see what I can do. We took the screws off the wipers and go from there. Alright, I have no idea what I'm doing, so there we go. Alright, we're getting to it. So right in there. You can see all the pine cones. It leaks all the way around there. So this gasket right here, no good. So I'm gonna try to get a new gasket or whatever. They just unplug. It's that simple, right? Alright, let's keep that out of the way. Alright. Look at that mess. I gotta vacuum that whole mess. Bruh. Some new washers. And that's some new nuts. Alright guys, all fresh silicone, yo. So fresh and so clean now. Hopefully that was it. And the fact that I didn't have any bolts holding this thing down. It is crazy, you can see the water line. I really want to get in here with the pressure washer. So many pine needles, I don't want in there. Like, there's so much little trapped areas. Oh man. So basically, the reverse, or the install is the reverse. I want to keep as much leaves out of here as possible, which, how can you do that? Stop nature. But yeah, time to put it all back together now, hopefully, and then that'll be it. Alright, y'all, we're going with the test. We're gonna spray some water down here. And spray some water down here. Let's spray where the ECU box is. And it is dry. Alright, I think we're gonna call this a win. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together now. All right, y'all. Got her all fresh and clean and put back together and leak free. So fresh and so clean. Of course, you know, I got my Hawaiian Breeze air freshener. So yeah, all back. Everything's hopefully gonna stay good. I gotta put these windows up. But all right, guys. That's stage one done. So next is timing belt, tune-up, and front control arms. So like that video. Got any questions? Comment down below. I love y'all. Peace.